Every child is an artist. The problem is, how to remain an artist once we grow up. When art critics get together, they talk about form, and structure, and meaning. When artists get together, they talk about where you can buy cheap turpentine. Action is the foundational key to all success. Painting is just another way of keeping a diary. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. I'd like to live as a poor man with lots of money. Every now and then, one paints a picture that seems to have opened a door and serves as a stepping stone to other things. It took me 4 years to paint like Raphael, but a lifetime to paint like a child. Some painters transform the sun into a yellow spot, others transform a yellow spot into the sun. It takes a very long time to become young. Colors, like features, follow the changes of the emotions. Bad artists copy. Good artists steal. Everything you can imagine is real. There is no abstract art. You must always start with something. Afterward, you can remove all traces of reality. My mother said to me, if you are a soldier, you will become a general. If you are a monk, you will become the Pope. Instead, I was a painter and became Picasso. We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given us to understand. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone. Every act of creation is first an act of destruction. The chief enemy of creativity is good sense. I am always doing that which I cannot do, in order that I may learn how to do it. I made a face and began to cry. There is only one way to see things, until someone shows us how to look at them with different eyes. There are only two types of women, goddesses and doormats. Others have seen what is and asked why. I have seen what could be and asked why not. Everything is a miracle. It is a miracle that one does not dissolve in one's bath like a lump of sugar. We don't grow older, we grow riper. Love is the greatest refreshment in life. He can, who thinks he can. And he can't, who thinks he can't. This is an inexorable, indisputable law. Art is the elimination of the unnecessary. Youth has no age. Art is not the application of a canon of beauty, but what the instinct and the brain can conceive beyond any canon. When we love a woman, we don't start measuring her limbs. People think that I painted the pictures of bullfights in those days after they were over. Not at all. I painted them the day before and sold them to anyone, so as to have enough money to buy a ticket. Our goals can only be reached through a vehicle of a plan, in which we must fervently believe, and upon which we must vigorously act. There is no other route to success. The world today doesn't make sense, so why should I paint pictures that do? People are always asking me to sign my old canvases. It's ridiculous. In one way or another, I always marked my pictures. I paint objects as I think them, not as I see them. Every positive value has its price in negative terms. The genius of Einstein leads to Hiroshima. I begin with an idea, and then it becomes something else. I do not seek. I find. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. The artist is a receptacle for emotions that come from all over the place, from the sky, from the earth, from a scrap of paper, from a passing shape, from a spider's web. You must not always believe what I say. Questions tempt you to tell lies, particularly when there is no answer. The name a person bears or adopts has its importance. Who sees the human face correctly? The photographer, the mirror, or the painter? Give me a museum, and I'll fill it. It seems strange to me that someone thought of making marble statues. I understand how you could see something in the root of a tree, a crack in the wall, in an eroded stone or pebble. But marble? It comes off in blocks and doesn't evoke any image. It does not inspire. Computers are useless. They can only give you answers. Never permit a dichotomy to rule your life, a dichotomy in which you hate what you do, so you can have pleasure in your spare time. Sculpture is the art of the intelligence. The older you get, the stronger the wind gets, and it's always in your face. Painting is not done to decorate apartments. It is an instrument of war. Inspiration exists, but it has to find us working. It is your work in life that is the ultimate seduction. Why do two colors put one next to the other sing? Can one really explain this? No, just as one can never learn how to paint. Success is dangerous. One begins to copy oneself, and to copy oneself is more dangerous than to copy others. It leads to sterility. Painting is a blind man's profession. He paints not what he sees, but what he feels, what he tells himself about, what he has seen. To finish a work? To finish a picture? What nonsense! To finish it means to be through with it, to kill it, to rid it of its soul, to give it its final blow, the coup de grace for the painter, as well as for the picture. Look for a situation in which your work will give you as much happiness as your spare time. Are we to paint what's on the face, what's inside the face, or what's behind it? The people who make art their business are mostly imposters. If I paint a wild horse, you might not see the horse, but surely you will see the wildness. To copy others is necessary, but to copy oneself is pathetic. I don't believe in accidents. There are only encounters in history. There are no accidents. If there were only one truth, you couldn't paint 100 canvases on the same theme. An idea is a point of departure, and no more. As soon as you elaborate it, it becomes transformed by thought. To draw you, must close your eyes and sing. Man began to make images, only because he discovered them nearly formed around him, already within reach. He saw them in a bone, in the bumps of a cave, in a piece of wood. I want my paintings to be able to defend themselves, to resist the invader, just as though there were razor blades on all surfaces, so no one could touch them without cutting his hands. God is really only another artist. He invented the giraffe, the elephant and the cat. He has no real style, he just goes on trying other things. Whatever the source of emotion that drives me to create, I want to give it a form which has some connection with the visible world, even if it is only to wage war on that world. Sculpture is the best comment that a painter can make on painting. Man doesn't change. He keeps his habits. Races and religions may have changed, but the marketplace, the living quarters, pilgrimage sites, places of worship, have remained the same. We artists are indestructible, even in a prison, or in a concentration camp. I would be almighty in my own world of art, even if I had to paint my pictures with my wet tongue, on the dusty floor of my cell. Painting is not made to decorate apartments. It's an offensive and defensive weapon against the enemy. Art is never chaste. It ought to be forbidden to ignorant innocence, never allowed into contact with those not sufficiently prepared. Yes, art is dangerous. Where it is chaste, it is not art. People want to find a meaning in everything and everyone. That's the disease of our age. Everyone wants to understand art. Why not try to understand the song of a bird? Why does one love the night, flowers, everything around one, without trying to understand them? How could it be possible to feel no interest in other people, and, with a cool indifference, to detach yourself from the very life which they bring to you so abundantly? Sex and art are the same thing. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't miss the chance to see the next video. Subscribe now.